dear me, dear me, today is just one of those days. So I woke up this morning and the weather was just horrendous. The storm was still blowing strong and it was raining heavy. So we decided to have a bit of a lie-in this morning and a late breakfast at the hotel, which was really nice. Unfortunately, Simon has been a bit unwell this morning. So it's a bit of an odd one today because we're actually not starting our photography until lunchtime, which is now. It's about 11:30. But that is fine because this morning was wet, windy and horrible. There was no photography to be had this morning. But right now, the storm is beginning to pass and there are pockets of light coming out, as you can see. So it truly is phenomenal right now. The light is very fleeting. It's coming and it's going so fast. So it's going to be an interesting one. We have a good plan for today, a good route. We're going to explore several different quarries, hiking from one quarry to the next. For me, I'll be looking for intimate shots, colour, shapes, light splashing on the land, really trying to capture the essence of autumn. Absolutely stunning. So this location is just gorgeous. I've been here many times before, but I've never seen it looking so colourful and so dramatic. So my initial plan was to focus on the colours and the intimate details of the trees, but that's difficult when it's so windy. But the benefits of a wind like this and weather like this are it's so changeable, and it's that changing weather that's going to make my image here, the composition that I have set up. So the sunlight keeps streaming through and passing over the landscape, and it's creating amazing palettes of colour and tones and layers and all sorts, all just caused by the light. So I've framed the composition here and I'm trying to make the most of this light as it sweeps over the landscape. It's so cool. It's funny because this morning when Simon was ill and it was raining and the wind was blowing and it was horrible. I just wasn't enthusiastic, I wasn't excited, I was happy to drink my coffee and eat my breakfast. But now we're out here and we're in amongst it. It's just phenomenal. Anyway, right, enough of me waffling on. Let me talk you through my composition. I'm using a long lens. I'm at about 135mm, give or take. And I'm focusing on the landscape over here. We have these gorgeous layers. You've got slate quarry, then you've got these bright white silver birch, and then you have this amazing light, and the light is just creating more layers on the fells in the background, and we have these dark stormy skies. It's just a palette of colour and texture and shapes and light, and it's just phenomenal. So because the weather's so changeable, the light is so changeable, you really just have to stand, sit back, take the trigger in your hand and just watch as the light paints over the landscape. And when you think it's looking good, when it's starting to all come together and the light is hitting the areas of the composition that you want it to, then bang, hit the shot. And I would recommend in a situation like this to not just take one shot, but actually take a series of images, because every image will be completely different. And when you get back to the computer, sorry guys, it's so windy, I'm trying to shield the microphone here a little bit, so do excuse any audio issues that we might have. So yeah, then when you have a selection of images to choose from, and you can then pick your favorite one. But yeah, this is just gorgeous. Happy to stand here in the wind and wait for the perfect moment of light. So one thing I didn't say with that image, and what people often ask me, is where did I focus? Well, that image was all about those silver birch trees, so that's where I placed my focus. They were my main subject, and for me, that is the most important thing that needs to be sharp. The rest can fall off to softness for all I care. It was all about the light hitting those trees. Seriously though, Simon's gone missing. This is what happens when two photographers get together. One will set their sights on a composition and work on that composition for maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, while the other one sees another composition. Wanders off, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. If those two photographers are not synced up, then disaster can strike. So Simon's long gone. I have no idea where he is. And also, if we lost Simon, I've also lost sight of what I'm looking for. I had these ideas in my mind of what I wanted to shoot, and I couldn't quite find it back at the location I was earlier, but now I've wandered to a new location, and it's not what I'm looking for isn't going to be here, but also I'm struggling to see anything else that might be here. So I seem to be on a downwards spiral at the moment. So what I think I'll do is just stop trying, stop looking for a composition, I think. Let's forget about photography for a few minutes, walk, enjoy the woods, enjoy being out, and just enjoy the peace and quiet. And maybe something will happen. Hello! I never thought I'd see you. I was just about to head back. I don't know, no phone reception either. Nope, no phone reception. So as I just mentioned, I decided to stop thinking about photography and just walk and enjoy the surroundings, and it was lovely. And I found Simon, which is brilliant, but now I've lost him again. And it's also started to rain, and if you haven't noticed, I've broke my camera, which is rather annoying. Maybe I can fix that, but I think there was sand in my pocket, and the sand is now inside of the lens, and the lens cap, I don't know. Anyway, it's not going well, I'm going to be honest. So yeah, the rain's coming. Oh, the rain's here, the light's gone. I broke my camera, and I'm a bit hungry and a bit tired. So as nice as it's been walking around, and it has been superb, and there is so much potential here, photography has just gone downhill. So I think I'm just going to head back, get dry, get some food, and see what tomorrow brings. So yesterday, me and Simon just called it a day and went to the pub to enjoy a nice beer and some food and reflect on the miserable afternoon that we had. And whilst we were in the pub, Simon showed me the weather forecast for this morning. And oh my, did it look good. It looked really, really good. Zero wind, 100% chance of fog, perfect conditions for autumnal, soft images, nice reflections. All the ingredients were there. So we decided we were going to come out first thing this morning to Rydal Water, which is a small lake just 5 minutes from the hotel. So I've positioned myself at the end of the lake, looking down towards a lovely group of trees. We have this gorgeous low-hanging mist on the hills in the background. Nice reflections, lovely soft light. It's a really, really nice, calm, relaxing image, and it's just gorgeous. There is a problem though, there's a problem, and that problem is the geese. So we get swathes of geese flying in and landing, which on any other day I would love. I love nothing more than seeing geese fly overhead in a V-shaped formation, or seeing geese land on the water. But when you're trying to shoot gorgeous reflections, and the geese are coming in and landing on the patch of water in your composition. That's a bit frustrating, but it doesn't take long for the ripples to settle down. So, I mean, I could just sit here all morning. I really could. I'm just sat looking at the view, listening to the geese. It's nice. It's a nice place to be. I think this is why photography is so powerful. It's not necessarily the images we capture, but it's just the experience we have whilst capturing the images. It's gorgeous, really, really nice. Right, I better take a photograph. That's what we're here for, right? So, I explained my composition. I'm focusing on the trees in the background. They're my main subjects. Lovely reflections, subdued light, calming, peaceful mist. The ripples from the geese have gone. So I'm going to take my photograph. F11. I have a polarizer on just to kill a bit of the glare that's in the atmosphere, give a bit more contrast. Got a 2-stop medium edge graduated filter just to pull back the brightness of that mist. Got my shutter cable release so that I can sit down and relax and not have to worry about anything. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to shoot all morning the same composition as the light changes, as the mist changes. Just gorgeous. It's a great way to spend your time. Oh dear me, dear me. Today is just one of those days when conditions are so nice, you quite literally can't stop taking photographs. So I've wandered much further down the lake now. I'm still shooting in the same direction I was shooting earlier, back towards these gorgeous backlit trees with the fells in the distance and a touch of mist. And by coming maybe a kilometre down the lake, I've really changed my composition. We've still got gorgeous reflections, gorgeous backlighting, vibrant colours, great atmosphere. This is just so nice. I mean, everything I'm doing is just really simple. You know, I'm quite literally pointing and shooting. The landscape is doing all the work for me. So I'm going to take this image. This is probably going to be my last image. F11 manual focus on the trees. I've got my lens hood on, no filters, that's to reduce any lens flare from the camera. A simple composition, just a lovely image from a lovely morning. Okay, here we go. That I have to agree, there is no one as reckless as me. Now that you